Most people in America have angels around them, but most people in America don't want to admit that God authorizes those angels. And when people talk about angels, especially around when someone has died, people all accept that. They are amenable to that. They are open to that, and they've realized that the person is grieving, but the person probably did have that experience. But if we ever talk about angels and white lighters or anything like that, we're automatically moved to the television series Charmed, which was a way that some young women got out of their childhood capabilities in film and on television and moved into something a lot more mature in theory. The challenge of Charmed is it did talk a lot about Wiccan life, and it really was kind of good at encouraging people to find the white light of the world. But when I talk about angels and when I talk about jinn, which are often referred to in the Quran as sort of both light and dark for sin, people don't ever want to play in. I guess I'm the only man that read the Bible completely and understood that Michael and Gabriel, the archangels that Jesus provided us as a part of the pieces of story that we still have access to, are not a part of the Ark of the Covenant, because on the Ark of the Covenant that we learned in Indiana Jones, there are cherubs or something like this. Now, are we only going to talk about angels in film and on televisions like Touched by an Angel, or in films like Heaven Can Wait when someone is reincarnated because he got taken too ridiculously soon by a novice angel? And what I'm asking you is, do you believe in the Lord's house, or you just say you do? And if you do, what's the poo about that? Because you claim you're of God, you claim you're a Christian, you claim you're spiritualist, you claim you're religious, or you claim that you at least at the very minimum think there's something bigger and greater out there, a divine architect of sorts. When I ask you these questions, when you want to have a reading, you really want that reading, and I totally blow you away in the fact that I am a total stranger to you. I can totally read you to the floor, and that I nail you for the things that you couldn't possibly believe that a total stranger would know about you or your children. But the bottom line is, you don't want the rebuke of the Lord. You don't want the counsel, you don't want the advice, you don't want God saying, hey, why don't you take a right instead of left, and then life would be better. But openly, what you are willing to do is to give your life over completely to a human who has no fucking gifts of God. And openly, you're also willing to go over to the sinful areas of life and stealing from the homeless, abusing a person sleeping, and literally physically assaulting someone's rights to life.